Hello from beautiful Iquitos on the Amazon River. Although this is not exactly the Amazon River, and I'll explain that in a minute. This is day one, kind of a late start, but I've got 2 days here. I'm going to do some exploring. For me, it's not really exploring, but I'm going to show you some places that most of the tourists don't go see because they do the typical tourist things. And I'll go through a few of those places, but I like to go places that, honestly, tourists don't go. So come along with me and let's have a little fun in Cusco. Did I just say Cusco? In Iquitos. I'm so used to saying Cusco where I live. This is my hotel I just walked out of. It's on Plaza Ramon Castillo. It's an old rubber baron house. I don't think it was an office, but it might have been. But either way, it's fantastic. It's one of the best places in town to stay. And when they have promotions, it's really a great deal. The hotel is located on the waterfront. This used to be the Amazon River. And now, thanks to a change about 27, 28 years ago of the river's course, which it does quite frequently, the Amazon River is now several kilometers away, and this is basically the basin of the River Italia. All this way down to the port of Bella Vista is very industrial. There's one fairly large market area, which used to be a place where everyone brought in their products from the jungle. I assume they still do that because you'll see lots of jungle products as we walk along here, but the Mercado de Productos has been closed for a long, long time. I don't know if it's going to open up again. It's a cool area to walk along. You will see just about anything along here. Lots of places to grab a meal for a couple of soles along here. The river itself is, maybe 100 meters to my left. Definitely get lots of looks because they don't see people walk along here with cameras very often. That's okay. Been doing this way too long to worry about it, to be self-conscious of it. Wow, this is the new Centro de Productores, or the produce market, where people bring in stuff from all up and down the Amazon and its tributaries. Looks like it's about ready to open, but not quite yet. I noticed looking inside the open door, the stalls are still empty. I'm gonna see if I can catch a bus down to Bella Vista Nanay. I'm kind of surprised there's not one coming. There's usually a lot of them, so I won't have to wait long. I'm sure the next green light there will be one, maybe two heading down to the port. What I do hate are the motos. The drivers are constantly, they drive you nuts trying to get you to hop on and give them a fare. It's way too expensive. A bus is so much cheaper. I think from here it should cost me 2 soles, or about 60 cents, give or take a little. There aren't really bus stops, so the catch here is to just find a spot where a bus can pull over easy, because that's where they want to stop and have you jump on. And when I say jump on, I mean jump on, because you'll get on and they'll be off in a matter of seconds. Wow, I still don't see a bus coming. Seeing several going the other direction, but none coming this direction. It's kind of a surprise, but not unusual. They don't have any set routines or patterns. They just come and go as passengers and the red lights dictate. Here comes one. I'll be able to jump on this one. Catch a ride on a wooden bus to Bella Vista Nanay. Before the new bridge, which I'll show you in a little while, the buses used to take you all the way to the port, but now they turn around, I don't know, maybe a kilometer before you get there, or if not a kilometer, pretty close. You can always catch a taxi ride. I like walking, because I like walking along the marketplace along here, even though it's probably going to be a little slow at this point in the morning. This is one of the few areas where you see quite a few cats. Cats generally, you just don't see them much outside in Peru because there are so many dogs, and the cats obviously have issues with the dogs, and the dogs really have issues with the cats. Por favor. As you can see, unemployment and poverty is incredibly high here. It's a different world from what most people from Europe and the United States are used to. I just had some guy follow me, and even though I told him no, he continued to follow me, trying to sell me tours on the river. Here's another one. They don't listen. I'm sure part of it is because there aren't many tourists here right now. This is where the road cuts off to the left to the new bridge across the Rio Nanay. It's the longest bridge in Peru now. It used to be the Puente Billinghurst in Puerto Maldonado, but now this one's quite a bit longer. Part of the year it goes over dry land, and when the water's up like it is now, it actually is over the river where the river floods. Looks like the big market is still not open here, that they've been working on for several years. But it's got to be getting close. Of course, I thought that 6 months ago, that it was really close. Not yet. When it's done, it's going to be really nice, but it's a long ways from being done. Well, they're getting the entrance ready, so that's a good sign. I'm going to guess that you'll be able to go up on that tower because I believe I see a telescope up there. Now, my problem is finding out how to get down to the boats that go to the little village of Padre Cocha, about 20, 30 minutes up the Rio Nanay. Sometimes it's down this little road to the left, and sometimes you have to go farther down. I have no idea this time. I'm gonna guess it's here though. This is the port of Padre Cocha. This guy wanted to charge me 10 soles when the normal price is like 3. This is life along the river. This guy's fishing for his family's lunch. Someone else is cooking yuca on the grill, and there are kids swimming in the river just underneath the houses. Trust me, here there are no bathrooms. That is also the toilet where they're swimming. It's kind of sad, but that's part of life here in the poor Iquitos. Well, after waiting for 5 or 10 minutes and no one came, I could be waiting 30 minutes to be the only passenger. And I think I'm gonna pass on just sitting here doing nothing. So I'm gonna walk down and find me a spot to maybe fly my drone. This is going to be a big market when it's finished, and since it sits at the confluence of the Rio Itaia and the Amazon, it's going to be a really popular spot, especially up on top. Well, that's kind of disappointing, but that's okay. There's always plenty to see and do. I'll go on the other side of the market area and see what I can see over there, see if there are any boats leaving for Independencia or farther down the Amazon River. Maybe I can fly and show you some of the Amazon itself. Okay, it says entrance, so. And I talked with a woman down the other street who said that this is where I should go, to the port that takes me downriver, should I decide to go today. Yeah, this is it. Changes all the time. She said she didn't know when the market would be open. Hola, ¿cómo está? Hola, buenos días. Well, the old guys there weren't the friendliest in the world, but I was able to see a port a little farther down. Hola, es una cámara. Hola. Ah, those kids got a kick out of seeing this. Wish I could have flown my drone down there. They would have loved seeing it. Hey, puppy. Are you security? Somehow, I don't think this is it. I think the port where I want to go is down there, but the trick is, how do you get there? And that may be only for boats filling up their gas tank at the Grifo. Grifo is another word, Spanish for a gas station. How do you get to the port? I honestly don't see any way except by boat, so that's not going to be it. I asked the elderly woman I spoke to earlier when the mercado was supposed to open, and she didn't know. She just said, no sé, I don't know. They've been working on it so long, it can't be much longer, and it looks like it's close. Gosh, it's gonna be a big deal. It would be nice if it was open for Christmas, but I don't expect that. Okay, now I get to run the gauntlet again of moto drivers who are wear me out, asking if I need a ride. Most are fine and friendly, and just if I say no once, that's it. It's the tour guys that are driving me nuts. Those are the ones who so far just, I tell them no, and then no, and then no. hope you're enjoying this because this is what real life is like in Iquitos. And I know I say this all the time, but tourists just never come walking here. It's sad because I think there's a lot of fear, some of it for good reason, but a lot of it is just fear of the unknown. Because this is definitely, and I use the same phrase all the time, a different world, a very, very different world. I'm gonna have to cross over in a moment because I don't want to be in the sun the whole time. One of the things that I just noticed, and I hear people on YouTube videos commenting on quite a bit, are the smells. And yeah, I guess if you've never been here before, the smell can be, I don't know how to put it. It can be rough, to say the least. Sanitation is almost non-existent down here for a lot of this area. And I don't even notice it unless it's something really, really strong. But I guess, like I say, if you're not used to it, it can knock you over at times. It's so strong. Can you hear the parakeets? Oh, sorry, those are parrots. The only time I've eaten at one of the stalls along here was, gosh, getting close to 20 years ago. And I got terribly, terribly sick. I had some kind of parasite floating around inside my system. I could literally feel him swimming in my stomach. And it wasn't until I got back in the US and the doctor gave me a prescription for, I don't remember what it was now. I'm suddenly drawing a blank, but it's the same kind of stuff that they use to give people for anthrax. And it's pretty strong, but it took care of it within 24 hours. I think you had to take a 5 or 10 day regimen to make sure, but it was pretty rough. And I've never had it happen again, but I've never eaten along here again. The bad part is you saw how bad the water is. Well, that's what they use to rinse the food off with. Can you imagine? Basically, they're cleaning it with sewer water. Well, I wouldn't really call this a disappointing day, but it didn't work out like I planned. I went back to Bella Vista Nanai this afternoon, and just when I got off the bus, it started raining again. Kind of normal here, late afternoon, early evening, for big rain clouds to pop up. But for the last 30 minutes or so, maybe 45, I've been here in the Plaza de Armas and had a little fun. I had some kids hang out with me. They love watching. Kids just love looking at the drone, and I got to film some of them. They waved at the camera. I guess you're probably looking at that now, but now I'm waiting for the sunset. This will probably be the last I do this evening, although I might do some walking around in the evening. It's a Thursday evening, so there might be a decent crowd down on the Malecon. So if I do, you'll see that in a little bit. Otherwise, this is it for today, and I've still got all day tomorrow. I just need to get an earlier start. So if I don't get a chance to tell you, thanks for watching. Will we get a good sunset tonight? It's kind of unclear still. I guess I should look up when the sun sets, but sunsets over the church on the corner of the plaza can be just absolutely gorgeous. But you never know. Thursday evening on the Malecon. Looks like it might be kind of a busy night. This is the heart of Iquitos in the evenings. It can be jammed full of people on Friday and especially Saturday night. This big picture postcard, and that's what it was intended to be, comes alive in the evenings, becomes a fountain. There's a little bit of a light show. They just restarted it about 6 months ago. It really looks nice. I don't know if they'll do it tonight, but I would bet it comes on. The restaurants along the boulevard are extremely nice, some of them, and some of them not so nice. They're definitely geared toward tourists. I wouldn't be surprised if later on there's a show inside the little circle here. Very common on Friday and Saturday nights especially. I love coming down to the Malecon, or it's called a lot of the boulevard here. They're fixing it up, so hopefully the next time I come will be completely redesigned. All these buildings, there's new paint. I don't know what's going to be inside that building down below, but it's all brand new. So I'm awfully curious to see what it is. Okay, that really is going to be it for the night. I'm going to call it quits and go back to the hotel and take a shower and get ready to get up early in the morning and start over again. So thanks for watching day one. I'll see you in the next one tomorrow.